Here's a look at some of our Kentucky Mesonet sites across the region. We've got some fog in spots, particularly areas that saw rain yesterday. So Franklin County, you've got some fog, 72 for you. Rowan County experienced a lot of rain yesterday. Some low clouds and some fog for you. Knott County stayed mainly dry, and we've got some sunshine peeking through in the mountains there at 75 with some mix of the sun and clouds out there early this morning. Temperatures low to mid 70s, some upper 70s though. Monticello's been at 77 all morning. Dew points into the mid 70s in spots. Definitely feeling muggy and humid out there across the region. I want to show you the rainfall from the last 2 days. Yes, I hear you out there. Jessamine County, Mercer County, you've barely received any rain at all. Those storms stalled out by the time they reached the Bluegrass Parkway yesterday. But if you watched our show yesterday morning, last couple of mornings, we were talking the last 2 days, that threat was basically along and north of the Bluegrass Parkway and along and north of I-64. And that held true there. And yes, we did see some pockets of some heavier rain, but we never talked about widespread issues in terms of heavy rain and flooding. That was clearly not the case. Others, maybe not so much. But looking at the last 7 days, there's a noticeable gap in rain from Lexington down to Richmond, Jessamine County, Mercer County. That's kind of a hole that's yet to receive much rain at all. Meanwhile, Moorhead's over 4 inches worth between Moorhead there in Bath County as well. Expecting everyone to see at least a little bit of rain today as that line of storms moves on in. I want to show you where we are currently dealing with storm activity to the west of Russellville and Bowling Green there into western Kentucky, but a lot of lightning. Just this view right here, over 500 lightning strikes with it. As it moves eastward, it'll be impacting us later on today. So eyes to the western skies for seeing those storms beginning to develop. You can likely see the cloud cover as you look towards the western sky right now as well. All out ahead of this cold front. Behind the front, it's actually really nice conditions for the weekend. The stronger storms are going to be out ahead of that front as it moves eastward. So level 1 risk out for all of the ABC 36 viewing area from Bowling Green all the way to the West Virginia border there into eastern Kentucky. Damaging wind gusts are primary threat. Can't rule out a quick spin up either. It's a low end risk, but still want to mention it in case we get any warnings. As you head into the late morning, early afternoon, here comes that line of storms. Futurecast has that as a healthy line where, again, most areas at least seeing some rain with some pockets of some torrential downpours. By 5, 6, 7 o'clock, that rain is exited. We're left with just some very isolated activity. Most locations look good to go. And by tomorrow morning, most areas drying out, and the weekend again looking very, very nice for you. So rainfall totals through late tonight into tomorrow morning. ½ inch to an inch for most areas, but some pockets of some heavier rain will be possible. Notice how Futurecast showing hazard nearing 2 inches. You see those pockets of yellow. That's 2 inch plus possibility in some isolated spots. The Muggy cast after the front exits Saturday, Sunday. The humidity is more manageable those days before it spikes once again as you head into next week. For today, though, we are tracking humidity out ahead of those storms. Tonight, we'll be falling into the 60s. Skies clearing, not as muggy, and looking ahead at that full 7-day forecast, drying out nicely for the weekend. Our CRC Roofing Go Day set for Sunday. We'll be pushing the upper 80s and low 90s, but feeling pretty comfortable.